what I'd like to do when we get to the questions that are directed to just one of you, once I ask that question, you get 2 minutes. Say if it's for Sheriff Smith, Mr. Green, I'm going to give you 1 minute to respond to the same question in case something is brought up, and vice versa. If it's for him, he gets 2 minutes, you get 1 minute on that. This next question is for both of you. Sheriff, we'll begin with you. The state legislature has budgeted $800 million for border security measures. How does illegal immigration have an impact on local law enforcement at the county level? Be specific, please.
In the 2013 article by the Texas Department of Public Safety dealing with transnational gangs, cartels from Mexico, Smith County was right in the middle of that coverage, that we have the same level of gang activity here in Smith County that has on the border of Mexico. One thing that I attribute that to, when I was with DEA before, I worked heroin cases, I worked methamphetamine cases, cocaine cases. Back when I first started, the methamphetamine was manufactured domestically in the United States. The cocaine and the heroin came from Colombia through Florida. It now comes from across the porous borders of Mexico because that's the best place to do it. There's likelihood of getting caught is very slim. I testified as a member of the legislative committee for the Sheriff's Association of Texas. This last legislature, I testified on border security to the Senate committee. The 287G program, where it gave local law enforcement the authority to enforce illegal immigration, which is one thing I campaigned on that we would use in the last election, just happened to go away thanks to our president in December of 2012, just prior to me taking office. I would like to see that return. The Senate and the legislature was really close to reaching a compact to where Texas as well as Arizona and potentially New Mexico could form a compact. And if they were able to do that, and I hope they try that next legislature when they get back in session, we will be able to do that once again. And I think it's very important because drugs are the thing that drives our major crimes, our burglary, robbery, forgery, and many of our homicides here in Smith County.
Shane?
Folks, there's no question that our porous border, because of our federal government, has allowed a lot of illegals into Texas. And we have them right here in Smith County. As I stated back in 2012, I read the Texas Border Security Report written by Major General Scales and General McCaffrey for our then Ag Commissioner Todd Staples. It's very enlightening. We do have cartel in Smith County because of our corridors we have off the interstate. 110, 69, 271, 155. We have corridors in here that allow cartel to sell, which is on the rise, methamphetamines and heroin. What do we do about it? Well, first we have to have some deputies that can infiltrate some of these Hispanic communities and earn their trust. We're not going to get any information from illegals with cartel in their neighborhoods. Even the bad guys that are there, they're not going to come forward because, one, they think they're going to get thrown in jail for just being here. But having Hispanic deputies in these communities to earn the trust. And then we start getting information. Hey, there's a cartel guy living next to me. Now he trusts that he can trust the police again, and we can go after some of these cartels. Larry mentioned it, and I've mentioned it too. Drugs. Drugs is the root of all our problems. Our burglaries, thefts, assault, family violence, all a derivative of drugs. We've got to have a good narcotics unit. A narcotics unit that's active, not only on the interstate, but in our neighborhoods. There's folks out here in our neighborhoods that say, hey, there's a lot of activity at night around my house. Check it out. I don't think we've been doing a good enough job with our narcotics unit and getting out there and knocking these drugs in the head. I promise you we'll do that if I'm elected sheriff of this county. Thank you.